رح نحكي عن سويس ميد بوك اليوم مع الكاتب اللي جاي خصيصا من الخارج لحتى يكون معنا اليوم جيمس برايدينغ. ويلكم.
Thank you very
You
much.
are the author of the Swiss Made book, and we have also Mr. John McCarthy. Welcome.
شكرا.
You are the publisher. Great. لكن تتكلم بالعربي.
نعم أنا طالب اللغة العربية الفصحى.
وترجمة الكتاب أيضا.
سعيد جدا أن أكون في لبنان.
أهلا وسهلا فيك.
شكراً.
نحن كمان سعيدين بوجودك
شكراً.
كثير. كمان تم ترجمة الكتاب للغة العربية. رح نحكي.
مش أنا.
نعم.
واحد متخصصة.
أكيد طبعا تم ترجمة ولكن دار النشر هي
لجان.
صحيح صحيح. Let's talk about the book. In this book you mentioned the key elements distinguishing Switzerland to have all this success. And we're talking about success in many fields. So what does it say exactly?
Well, Switzerland has been ranked the most competitive country in the world for 9 years in a row by the World Economic Forum. So I think a lot of people are interested to understand how they've become successful because people aspire to be successful themselves.
لكن عم بيحكي عن اخر 9 سنوات اللي بالمجال الاقتصادي تحديدا كان في نجاح كثير كبير لسويسرا، وبيحكي عن هالموضوع بالذات شو المفاتيح او شو هالاسرار let's say secrets of this success. But we also talk about the stability. You also talk about the lifestyle of in Switzerland.
Yeah, no, that's right. So The Economist recently did a ranking of if you were to be born anywhere in the world, where would you like to be born? And they ranked Switzerland the best place to have a child and to raise a child. So it includes a lot of elements, of course.
And you explain why.
Yeah, that's what the book
there
is
is
about.
This choice for many people.
Yeah, that's right.
Why?
Oh, why?
Tell us why.
So yeah, I think I think it offers a very high level of prosperity for people, very outstanding education opportunities. It's also a very relatively equal society, so you don't have this big hierarchies and lots of inequality that people are troubled with. People actually have faith in the government and confidence in the government. It's a relatively safe place, so you don't have to be afraid of your children walking to school or terrorist incidents. It's very clean, has the lowest CO2 emissions in the world. It's quite fit, so if you look at sort of obesity and body mass indexes.
It's kind of utopic word.
I wouldn't say it's, I mean, utopia is a bit exaggerating, but it's a very high standard to strive for, so.
لكن عم بفسر لنا قد المعايير يلي او طريقه الحياه هي طريقه حياه سهله ومسهله كمان من قبل الدوله. عم نحكي ايضا عن التربيه، عن عالم التربيه، عم نحكي ايضا كمان عن كل هالاستقرار يلي موجود والازدهار يلي موجود. ما بينخاف على الاولاد بالمدارس، على الطرقات، في نوع من امن، في نوع من كمان يعني من كل المجالات هالاستقرار وهال الراحة. سئل العديد وصار في إحصاءات كثيرة بالعالم كله وين بتحبوا إنه يربوا أولادكم وتكونوا عايشين، فكانت النتيجة لسويسرا لها الأسباب بالذات يلي مذكورة بالكتاب. Mr. McCarthy, why did you decide to publish this book? This is the second book of Mr. Breiding.
It was a very personal decision. For one reason, I've lived in Switzerland for 32 years. And the quality of life is extremely good, and I'm very impressed by the Swiss. But the other one was that I also studied Arabic at Princeton University, lived in Lebanon for 8 years before the war, and spent my whole career doing business in the Middle East. So I know the Arab world. And I thought the Arab world needs to understand why Switzerland is so successful.
Maybe we learn a little bit from it.
Well, that's the idea. There are ingredients in this model, the Swiss model, that I think every Arab businessman, entrepreneur, educator, politician should look at.
So, but you told me something else about that, the decision of publishing this book.
Well, I've known John for a long time. I mean, I know very little about the Arab world, and that's what makes the partnership so special, because John has a lot of experience and relationships in this area. But I think at the time when he approached me, I wasn't particularly enthusiastic because we had just done a Chinese version and a Japanese version, so we were quite busy, and I just wasn't particularly enthusiastic about doing an Arabic version. I spoke to the Swiss ambassador here, and he thought that maybe it wasn't so clear because people read English or they read French. We had a French version as well. But John, with all of his enthusiasm and his commitment, was just so overpowering that we just decided to work together.
I wouldn't give up.
لكن السيد جون ماكارثي اللي هو الناشر هالكتاب قرر انه كمان المفروض انه يكون هالكتاب موجود بالبلدان العربيه، لانه من وراء تجربته بهالبلدان ومعرفته للعالم العربي شعر وكانه في حاجه لحتى يكون هالكتاب نوع من نموذج للحياه مش رح نقول الرفاهيه، ولكن هالحياه المستقره لحتى الكل يتمثلوا فيها فعلا. وبيقول السيد برايدينج بانه مستر ماكارثي هو يلي علمه على هالعالم هيدا، لانه هو ابدا ما كان عنده اي فكره عن الموضوع، ومن وراء خبره السيد ماكارثي تم ترجمه هالكتاب. ومنوجه تحيه للسيده بسمه الجويني يلي اهتمت بترجمه هالكتاب للغه العربيه، وهو موجود اليوم بالاسواق اللبنانيه. It's all over the world now, in many countries, where it's the more successful. It's
yeah. So I think the Swiss, let's say, the affinity for Swissness is probably most pronounced in places like Asia, the Middle East, South America. I mean, I think places where maybe they value stability, security, high levels of prosperity, where maybe the difference between the countries is highest. That's been my experience having done this. But I also want to say that I've also learned a lot about Arab countries in doing this project, so that's been a tremendous benefit for me, and I've become a big fan of Lebanon and Beirut. It's our second trip.
I brought him for the first time to Lebanon 2 years ago.
I'm having a lot of fun.
And we're fans of you also.
Yeah, no, I think it's absolutely terrific, and you know they used to call Lebanon the Switzerland of the Middle East, and
exactly.
Maybe
it can be again.
Yeah.
Inshallah.
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 Last night we had a launch at Librairie Antoine in Beirut Souks. Many people came. The Swiss ambassador came. So we're launched.
And it seems far-fetched, but both countries are about the same size. We also have 4 languages. We have 3 religions, so it's a very pluralistic society. So it's somehow we managed to hold these things together, and so maybe there's something there for Lebanon as well.
لكن عم بيقلنا انه بكل انحاء العالم في رواج كثير كبير. It's a bestseller now.
The book, well, the Arabic version is just launched, but the original, yes, 250,000 copies. 250,000 copies.
250,000 نسخة عم ينباعوا بأنحاء العالم، وهو من أكثر الكتب مبيعاً اليوم. حالياً صار بالأسواق اللبنانية، ومثل ما عم بيقولوا إنه وكأنه سويسرا بتشبه كثير لبنان بكذا شغلة، بالتعدد الطوائف، بتعدد اللغات أيضاً، فلازم يرجع لبنان ويكون سويسرا الشرق، وعم يحرصوا على هالموضوع إنه يكون في تعميم وانتشار لهالثقافة، ثقافة الاستقرار أكثر وأكثر بلبنان. You will have another book about Switzerland, or this time about the Arabic word?
All right. So I'm
very interesting.
I'm working on a new.
I could guess.
Yeah, I'm working on a new book called Too Small to Fail, and that just describes why some small countries have been very successful. So countries like Denmark, Singapore, Holland, Switzerland, and it also takes the view that the future will favor smaller, more agile countries.
لكن رح بيكون كتابه المقبل عن بلدان كثيرة أصغر وقدرت تحقق نجاحات كثيرة. We're waiting for your new book,
yes,
and we
right.
will absolutely read Swiss made in Lebanon Arabic version بالعربي. Thank you for being with us, James Breiding and John McCarthy.
شكرا جزيلا.
شكرا.
أهلا وسهلا. رح ناخذ وقفة صغيرة ومنتابع، خليكم معنا.